Is it lying if in her mind at that moment she was simply trying to comfort her daughter?
Okay. Is it lying if you tell Lizzo?
I don't think you're ready for this one. You
Tell
think
me.
you are, but you aren't. When my ex-husband and I divorced 3 years ago, my daughter took it fairly well.
Mm,
She unfortunately understood why, so it wasn't a shock, but of course, it was still a major change.
of
Our main
course.
focus was on doing what was best for her. So we tried to involve her as much as was healthy in what the new schedule would be. We settled on a flexible 50-50, and she took it in stride. The only thing
Mhm.
she asked was to never have any new parents or siblings. I thought it was a weird thing to ask for, as neither of us were even considering dating, but she was worried to the point of hysterics about it, so we agreed.
Mm.
A year and a half ago, my now husband entered into the picture. My daughter met him and they got along fine. She met his kids and that was fine. And she's met probably too many of her father's female guests. So I thought she'd gotten over it. I was wrong. Late last year, we got engaged and started preparing to move in together. She lost it. She went into hysterics, and I was breaking my promise. She announced that she would not be spending the night with me anymore and demanded to live with her father 100% of the time. I told her that was ridiculous and that the schedule was not changing. Her father decided to take her back and is willing to fight in court if necessary. My lawyer says if it goes to court, it could go either way because she's over 12, which is a last resort for us. I don't want this to change. Her father loves her, but he's not really a responsible parent. He leaves her home alone for far too much and doesn't even try to supervise or put limits on anything. More so, my daughter is a child. She shouldn't have the right to dictate how much she sees her parents. I know I stupidly agree to not remarry in that moment, but that wasn't a realistic thing to promise, and she has to know that. She's a kid, but she has to know that. My ex is on her side and thinks she should live where she's most comfortable and agrees with her that I'm being irresponsible. I don't think it's healthy to give her that much power, especially over something that was demanded when she was all of 9 years old. So the question then begs, KR, can you say that she's wrong in this situation for refusing to change the custody agreement?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Let me think. So, is the mom right? I think as a parent, you shouldn't make promises that you cannot keep. Let's start that way. Um, Saying something, and that this is what you have, right? She was a kid. She was, I think, 9. You said she was
She
a
was
kid back
9.
then.
Yeah, she was 9 when she made the promise. Yeah.
Yes. So you're talking about a, so between 8 and 13. What I've learned is with girls, that's when their character is formed. So basically, during that time, and they are conscious at that time. So it's not like she's 4 and you say something, and after 3 years, you can change what you said. She
Yeah.
remembers. So I don't think as a parent you should lie to your kids. You have to be clear to them. Kids, they always say there's two people who always tell the truth: drunks and kids. They also understand. They might be young, but they understand the whole situation. A kid knows when they have a toxic mother or father. They know
Yeah.
that. It's not like they're stupid. People, a lot of times, people underestimate kids. They know everything. They hear everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a good thing the mom lied to the kid. The question now begs, like you said, is she an a-hole for doing this? Or was it, what is the question?
Yeah. Yeah. Whether she is wrong for refusing to fulfill the girl's wishes to go live with
Well,
the
that's
because
always
you say
with
we have a 50-50 agreement, so no, you're not gonna live with the father.
well,
You're
it's 50-50. So now she lives primary, the father gets primary custody, and then it's 50-50. You get visitations. It's the other way around now. I think this is the
Well, the kid is saying she doesn't want to stay there anymore.
no, she's gonna only stay there when the 50-50 thing. So or does she say she doesn't want to visit the mom anymore? I don't think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, well, well, she said she went into hysterics that I was breaking my promise. She announced that she would not be spending the night with me anymore and demanded to live with her father 100% of the time. So
Ooh.
that's what she wants. Yeah.
Okay. This changes the whole thing. This changes the whole thing. I don't
So
think
if
the
they go
mom
to
has
court,
any choice.
yeah. So if they go to court, it's not going to be a 50-50 battle, like simply
She,
changing primary
she's
custody.
gambling at this point. I think a lot of times people she lied to her, and the kid knows she lied to her, and she doesn't like that. You have to talk to the kid about this.
Is it lying if you're trying to comfort your? So I'm curious to see your how you look at this. Is it lying if in her mind at that moment she was simply trying to comfort her daughter?
Okay, is it lying if you tell Lizzo? I'm not even gonna say it. I only start the sentence. Is it lying if I tell Lizzo that she's as hot as J Lo, or am I comforting her?
You're definitely comforting her.
You shouldn't comfort. Sometimes you gotta tell people the truth.
A lot of
Tell
people
them.
comfort.
I,
I understand what you're saying though. Yeah, yeah.
I use the extreme, of course, guys. Come on, I'm not that hard. Well,
You
heartless.
are.
Uh,
You are.
I have a little.
I have someone I can call that can.
Oh man, he keeps bringing that person up. Come on, I told him one story one time. He keeps bringing it up. I love the story, by the way, but
It's a great story. I should put
but
a
yeah,
pizza.
it, it's. I mean, at the end of the day, I think the mom. So she lied to her. It's not comfort because the thing is this, right? Comforting is saying, okay, it's gonna be all right. Comforting isn't saying we're not gonna remarry or get any kids. That's not comforting. You're trying to reassure something that's
Impossible to
someone
keep.
will break it at the
Yeah.
end because the dad might find. So she, I think she gambled, hoping that the dad would be the one who breaks the
Yeah.
anyway. That's another
But he
thing.
did. Yeah. But he did say that where was it? I think she did say that the daughter saw his father with a lot of women in the past. Let's say.
Yes, but
Um,
that doesn't mean a new parent.
that's true.
That's different. That's very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. She met
Dad
his kids.
is Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's Jeff Bezos. Um,
Yeah.